What's up guys? So I'll go ahead and have all the ingredients in the description box for you. But as you can see, I just took a washed large carrot here. I'm just peeling it and then I'm gonna dice it up. As you can see, just diced up the carrot into small pieces here, and then I'm also going to work on dicing up a washed stalk of celery as well. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mince up some garlic, and then also going to dice up a large onion. This is going to be for our soup. Okay, so for our soup, I just have a large pot on a medium-high heat. I added 1/4 cup of salted butter. Then I'm just adding our vegetables to the really hot pan and letting that cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. After about 4 minutes of letting that cook, I went ahead and added the flour, giving that a nice mix, and then letting it cook for about another 1.5 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and add our drained roasted tomatoes and then our chicken broth. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add the tomato paste, the sugar, and then the nutmeg. And then I'm just going to mix that in really nice and then let that come to a nice boil. Once it comes to a nice boil, I'm going to cover it with a lid and then let that cook on a really low heat for about 10 minutes or until the vegetables are nice and tender. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the marinade for our popcorn chicken. Once again, the ingredients will be in the description box, but I just have some buttermilk, a large egg, adding some salt, and then giving it a nice mix. And then I just went ahead and diced up the chicken into small pieces and then adding that to a large bowl with our buttermilk mixture, and then just gonna go ahead and fold it in with my spatula here, making sure it's nice and mixed up, covering it up with some plastic wrap, and I'm gonna let that marinate for about an hour. Once your soup is cooked and your vegetables are nice and tender, you can go ahead and use an immersion blender, or you can transfer the soup to a regular blender and blend it up nicely. But as you can see, I'm just using my immersion blender, making sure the soup gets nice and smooth. As you can see, it's nice and smooth, and now you can go ahead and season your soup with salt and pepper to taste. I used about 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And then I went ahead and added the 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, giving that a nice mix. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the dough for our flatbread. So I just went ahead and added the warm water, the active dry yeast, and then some sugar. And we're going to give that yeast about 10 minutes to bloom. Once that yeast activates, we're going to go ahead and add the flour and give it a nice mix. And you can go ahead and add your salt and also your extra virgin olive oil. Just allowed my stand mixer to knead the dough for about 8 minutes till we got a nice soft dough. And then I wanted to finish it off kneading it with my hands for a few minutes. And then I'm just shaping it into a ball, and I'm going to add it to a large greased bowl, covering it with some plastic wrap and allowing it to rise, so giving it about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour depending on your environment, how hot it is, and just let it rise until it's doubled in size. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the breading for our popcorn chicken. So I just added some cornmeal, some flour, and then I'm adding all the delicious seasonings to a large bowl, giving that a nice mix, and then I'm adding our marinated chicken to the flour bowl, just a few pieces at a time, not crowding the bowl, and gently just tossing it in the flour. So just to prevent clumps from getting in the flour, I wanted to go ahead and add it in batches. So went ahead and added just a few pieces at a time to the flour, and then coating it with the flour nicely, as you can see, and then just adding it to a large baking sheet until we are ready to fry it. Okay, now that the chicken is fully breaded, let's go ahead and get ready to fry it. So I just have a large skillet on a medium-high heat. I just filled the skillet with some vegetable oil about halfway, as you can see, just enough oil to cover the chicken. The temperature is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 350 to 375 degrees. Just adding the chicken in batches until it fries to golden brown. So just repeated the process until the chicken was fully cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit and nice and golden brown. Okay guys, so the chicken is done cooking. I just have it sitting over here, so let me give you guys a look. It smells so good and nice and crispy and golden. So here's our popcorn chicken, seasoned really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and give one a try really quick. Try a baby one. Lots of flavor, crispy. So here's our beautiful popcorn chicken. Go ahead and put this over to the side. Okay, and then of course our soup is done, and then our dough has been rising for the past hour. So it is fully risen. Go ahead and grab our dough here. Here's our dough for our flatbread. Take off the plastic here. It's stuck. Here we are. Here's our dough, fully risen. Gonna go ahead and punch it down. Here we are. So now I'm just going to go ahead and shape it out, divide it into two, and then also going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 475 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once we top our dough with the toppings that you like, I'm gonna personally top it with some shredded mozzarella cheese. Went ahead and shredded some today. And then I just sliced some fresh tomatoes so as well. So yeah, top it with whatever you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 475 degrees Fahrenheit really quick. 475. And then I also lined a baking sheet with parchment paper here, and then hopefully this will be big enough. Or I might bake them one at a time actually, so you can go ahead and line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Put this to the side, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out and top our flatbread, so I'm gonna do that right now. Okay guys, so as you can see, I punched down the dough till it was nice and flat, and I'm just going to go ahead and divide the dough into 2 equal parts here, as you can see. And I'm just going to flatten it out with my hands and also use a rolling pin to get a nice flat dough here. So yeah, just flattening out both of the dough portions, probably about 1/4 inch thick per portion here. And then I just added it to my pizza pan. It made it a lot easier to bake both at the same time. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and brush some extra virgin olive oil all over the top of our dough here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some cheese and some tomato. Also, I made the mistake of adding some arugula to the flatbread before baking it, so it came out really withered, but I actually like the way it turned out. But if you add arugula, go ahead and add that at the end. Okay guys, so it's been 20 minutes. The flatbread should be done, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my timer here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab it out of the oven really quick. It smells so good. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this off and take a look. Oh yeah, oof, hot. That is very nice. Oof, beautiful. Here's our delicious, beautiful flatbreads here. Yeah, I was able to fit both of them just on a pizza pan, so it smells so good, oh my word. So pretty looking. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it down here, it's super hot. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and plate everything up. I'm gonna grab a plate really quick. Plate everything up with you guys. Get this one here. And then for the soup, I'm just going to garnish it with some croutons and maybe drizzle a little heavy cream on the top as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate some up with you. Okay guys, so here's the spread. Here's our delicious tomato bisque soup here. Croutons on the top and then just some drizzle of heavy cream. And then our delicious popcorn chicken here. Super golden. And then our delicious simple flatbread here with arugula, cheese, and tomato. Smells so good. So cannot wait to eat this. I dropped the chicken in here. I did. Dropped the chicken in the soup. I have some Chick-fil-A sauce on the side. That was good in the soup. Delicious. Go ahead and take a bite of the soup here. Or a sip. Delicious. Like slightly sweet, but very mild taste. Smooth. Very soft. Yeah, not too tangy. Eat it with the crouton. I love tomato bisque soup. Very creamy. Love it. Okay, that's delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and try the flatbread here. Flatbread. Crispy. Gonna dip it in the soup. Super steamy. Oof. Delicious. Simple garlic flavor, flatbread, cheese, tomato, really good. Especially in that soup. Delicious. Eat this popcorn chicken with you. Popcorn chicken. So good. It's good in the soup. Mm-hmm. Delicious. That's the flatbread. Simple, flavorful, fluffy, and crispy on the edges. Mm-hmm. Thoroughly enjoying this. It goes really well together. To drink, I just have this strawberry lemon prebiotic soda, poppy flavor or poppy brand. Strawberry lemon, yeah, prebiotic soda. Oof. In my cup here. Lots of fizz. There we go. Cheers. Mm-hmm. That's delicious. Very fizzy, but a very strong strawberry flavor with that lemon tang to it. Delicious. So. Mm-hmm. So good. Chicken. Mm. This is so good. Definitely not gonna eat all of it, but still hungry, so I'm gonna eat some more. Yeah, soup is so good. Mm. 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 I like this one. Flatbread. Break it. Oof. Soup here. Excuse me. I'm enjoying this. Really good. Especially the soup with the bread. Mm-hmm. Getting full, but I'll eat a few more bites with you. Eat this flatbread, this piece here. Delicious. So good. Chicken. Last bite. Anyways, guys, this was so delicious. Thank you for watching. Bye.